do hope people do rally behind the Prime Minister now in order that she gets back to Brussels, says to Juncker and Barnier and Tusk, we've got to renegotiate. And they've got to understand that she really doesn't have the wiggle room to get what they want through. And just because Brussels says no, that's not a negotiation.
You brought half the Ribble Valley with you, haven't you?
They're all in good. You can hear their voices.
Now, so she gets up at 3:30. What do you want her to say that you think strengthens what many say is a very, very weak position at the moment?
Yeah, I think what I'd like her to say is what I heard from the Clitheroe group on Saturday, which is that I've listened to what people are saying. I've listened to the DUP, on whom we rely to govern the country. I believe that trying to separate Northern Ireland off as if it was a separate country so that in the backstop they stay in the customs union and single market whilst we leave, that's not acceptable. And that we need to be able to unilaterally leave the European Union, which we can do now, but via the treaty, which is a legal document, we give that power back to the European Union, and we can't leave without their say-so. That weakens and undermines our position. So at least the Prime Minister is now listening.
So give me your best guess as to the timetable for the next 2 weeks.
I believe, well, we're going to hear from Andrea Leadsom as soon as the Prime Minister sits down. I expect the Prime Minister is going to be on her feet for about 2.5 hours.
If the vote is cancelled, the debate stops.
Yes.
If Theresa May comes back with a revised version, however small the revision is,
it's not another 5 days, don't worry.
It really isn't.
No. You can do it in 1 day if you so wish. It's up to the Prime Minister in negotiation with Parliament to say, well, what would be suitable? You don't have to go through another 5 days.
I mean, you're a former Deputy Speaker.
Yes.
But how important is the Speaker going to be in the next couple of days?
Well, I think he's very important anyway. The most important person, though, I mean, he is important, and we all know his views on this, which I'm not so sure we should. But Andrea Leadsom, the business statement, pulling tomorrow's business perhaps, having something else, means then that clearly there won't be a meaningful vote tomorrow, and that is the most important thing. It buys the Prime Minister a little bit of time, not to save her skin, but to ensure that she completes that contract with the British people, goes back to Brussels and says, right, we're not separating Northern Ireland from the United Kingdom, and we have to leave unilaterally. You have to give me this. Otherwise, I'm not going to push that to Parliament.